It is now 9:30, and welcome everybody to our LMI Feedback Online Interactive Conference on Sales Certification 1, Lesson 4, the My Time Personal Success Planner. Considering that we are talking about time, our icebreaker this morning is, what is your biggest time waster pet peeve? So, with that in mind, we're going to begin with Chris. Chris, what would you say your number one biggest time waster pet peeve is?
Hi, thank you, Sam, and hi, everybody. What drives me to distraction is when somebody has made an appointment or have an appointment with somebody, and he or she doesn't stick to that time. I'll hate that with a passion.
An indicator that they really need your services.
Indeed. Yeah, but often, you know how often, and I come out of the automotive industry, and I've had a lot of suppliers come to see me and just rock up whenever they felt like it. Apart from the fact that it is totally disrespectful, my time is extremely important and scarce. I cannot reproduce that commodity, and they're not going to waste my time. I'm not going to stand for it.
Okay, good. Thank you. Frederick.
Okay, good morning, Sam. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand all the sentence, but my biggest time waster is to be on Facebook. You know when you begin to look or listen video, but you never know when you stop to to use that application. I'm correct with the sense of the sentence?
Yes, you're fine with
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And when it comes to social media, yeah, that's one of the biggest ones that we hear, is how much people waste time dealing with social media. But an interesting report that I've read recently was that it is starting to change the younger generation, the millennials, especially as they get older, are starting to shy away from a lot of that because they're learning that they're actually not living in reality. They're living in cyber world. So there's hope for them yet. Okay, thank you, Frederick.
Okay. You're welcome.
Okay, Jeremy.
Yes.
Okay, Jeremy, you're breaking up something fierce.
Is that any better?
Yes, much better.
Okay. My biggest pet peeve are when people waste time in meetings. I find it very annoying when everybody agrees on a topic and yet they feel the need to keep talking about it, or they waste time talking about things that won't move the agenda of the meeting forward.
Okay, yeah, good one. Okay, Kaylee, your turn.
Hi everyone. My biggest pet peeve, and it's been literally 5 times a day, every day lately, is getting calls of people trying to sell you something, new cell phone contracts, for example. Trying to get them off the line takes the longest amount of time, and it's the most frustrating thing for me. And it totally throws me off of what task I was on at the moment. And yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve in terms of time wasting.
Breaking concentration does not help. Okay, thank you. Nella.
Yes. What was the question?
What is your biggest time waster pet peeve? What upsets you about people wasting your time?
Well, that I can continue with what I was doing. So if I'm working on something and they interrupt me, that really annoys me.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Sean.
Yes. Good day, all. Hi, Sam.
Good day. Do you see the screen? What the question is?
Yes. Correct.
So, what would you say your
Um,
biggest time waster pet peeve is?
Man, I think I work in a virtual office, so it's pretty much open plan. And I think a lot of people coming for anecdotal advice and guidance, unscheduled, let's call it unscheduled meetings. That for me is the biggest time waster.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Shanades.
Hi everyone. Hi Sam. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's what is my. I was thinking about it, and it is in general when like you are doing something and you just get distracted for any reason. Actually, sometimes it's the phone ringing and you have to like pick up the phone, or someone is at the door, so it's difficult to zone out or work constantly if you have to like pick up the phone or attend the door. I think that is something that I don't like, because you need to like how do you say that, you lose your concentration and maybe you don't even know what you are doing, so you need to pick up the pieces all over again.
Uh-huh. All right.
Yeah.
Now, is answering the phone part of your job?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then you got to do it. You can't put it on do not disturb if it's
No.
part of
Yeah.
what you're
So I
supposed
need
to be
to be
doing.
picking it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's part of the job, so I'm handling it. But sometimes I really need to think about what I was doing, or I need to do something else. And then when I'm done with that thing, because sometimes something is a higher priority, so I need to zone in again.
Right. Okay. Well, awareness is the first step. Okay. Thank you. Is there anybody else online that I did not call on? Okay. Apparently not. So, Shanades, how'd you do on your goals?
I did good on my goals. I had for my business goal, take the HubSpot sales software course, watch video 1, that was contacts. I did it. Started journal by writing down twice a week my thoughts and feelings. That was my personal goal, and I did that as well. But I was talking to Roxana yesterday when I told her that my laptop decided to, where you're in an Excel sheet and it freezes and then you lose everything. So that basically happened. So right now I'm working on everything I had, but that went pretty good. So my thoughts for the previous week were not the best thoughts. And for my development goal, I looked online for a dictionary to better understand English. I did this out as well. I have 2 dictionaries, but I have to talk to Roxana to see which one she recommends.
Okay. Cool. Now on the computer, I think it says save often.
Yes, I don't know what was happening with me that week, but I was happy until that happened. So I
Hey,
need to figure
if
that out.
that's probably the worst thing that has happened to you all week, you should
Yeah.
consider yourself blessed. So, okay, thank you. Sean, you're up.
All right. I also had a great week, Sam. Doing well on the personal goals. This past week, I supported Women's Month. It was my first week of being alcohol-free, so it was a very testing week. There were a good couple of sport games that I was watching with friends, and I was sipping on iced tea and cold drink the whole time. On my business goals and my development goals, the first one was to complete my prospector classification. I'm glad I've done that. 1,700 prospects that I've classified, and secure 5 prospects for my executive showcase. I didn't get my number of 5, Sam. I got 3. So I'm going to add on that shortfall of 2 to this week's target. But I've managed to secure 3, and score myself a 7 this week. I read 4 times, and I read 3 times and listened 4 times.
Okay, well, we're going to come back to that, but good on your goals. And, 3 is okay. And you said you're going to add them, so hey, you can't beat that. All right, thank you.
And that's right.
Okay, Nella.
Yes, my personal goal was to drink 5 glasses of water daily. I did that. My development goal is to read 1 article on how to improve your writing skills. I also did that. And for my business goal, I had to watch the first and second video of the inbound sales course, and I also did it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Kaylee.
Okay, in terms of my business goal was the same as Sean, so he's actually putting me to shame here. As we sit right now, I possibly have 1 person on the showcase, but pushing for the rest, and got some meetings for next week to hopefully get a few more on. Development goal was the same, 5 new words, 1 new sentence, so that went well. My personal goal was gym 5 days and then have a week of not eating any meat. I must be honest, I only managed to do 5 of the 7 days. I don't generally eat meat as it is. I only eat chicken and fish. So I wanted to do like totally vegetarian week, but we went to a beautiful restaurant on Friday and I had to have prawns. And then Saturday we had a braai. So it's really difficult not to have any meat at a South African braai. But I think I'm okay with 5 out of 7 days.
Okay. Well, actually, what I had written down here was 5 meat-free days.
Oh, was it 5? Oh, well, there you go. Then I achieved that goal. Thanks.
Then you achieved. Yeah. Good. Cool. Now, let me ask this. How many sales meetings did you have this past week?
I actually have had none in the past week. I've been traveling up and down to existing clients last week, so I didn't have any sales meetings. But I did have about 5 phone calls specifically regarding the showcase.
Okay. Now, considering the activity, was the goal of getting 5 people in a class realistic?
Probably not.
I would agree with that. So, and I'm just stating that when you're looking at it and you're going to set yourself up to achieve your goals, set it up so that the odds are in your favor. How's that?
Yeah, no, definitely. It just, the week wasn't supposed to turn out to be as crazy as it was. So I think when I'd planned for that goal, my week sort of just took an about turn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely next time set myself up for success.
Sure. Now, since this is a sales class, you said you went up and down and you were meeting some of your existing clients, correct?
Yeah.
How many referrals did you ask for?
0.
How many referrals did you get?
0.
Do you see the correlation there? Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
I
I'm not.
definitely need to learn how to
Right. I'm not trying to be nasty or anything. But that is one of the biggest errors that I see, especially when you're going with clients and you're talking to people that you already know, and they know who you are. So that is one of the most important things we can do, is always ask for, who do you know that I could contact? And yeah, don't have to put any qualifiers on it to start with, but ask for referrals so that when you're there, you're not only servicing, but you're moving your sales pipeline forward. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that.
Not a problem. Let's see, Jeremy.
Yes. My goals were to ask for 1 referral. I ended up asking for 4. I didn't do a single weekend. I had a friend, so it just kind of fell off my radar. My personal goal was to exercise 5 times and have one of them be a swim. I did exercise 5 times, but I never did swim.
Okay, and your development goal?
I did not do that either. It was to finish my blog. Again, and my weekend got totally taken up with doing fun. So I had a great time, but didn't get that done.
Okay. All right. Now, you said it fell off your radar, is the term that you used on getting referrals. What can you do to ensure that it stays on your radar?
Yep. I actually just put it in my, I use Outlook to track my task list. So I am putting it in there as a recurring task daily.
Ah, good. I love recurring tasks. It makes life so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. As long as you look at it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
All
the
right.
trick.
That's the trick. Okay. And as we move forward, we'll probably discuss other tricks that you can use. Okay. Thank you. Frederick, you're up.
Okay, I did pretty well last week. My personal goal was to read a novel 4 times for a 30-minute period, and I read 2 times. My business goal was to prepare our next meeting in Toronto for LMI Canada, and I've done that part. My development goal was to write 1 page in English about an article, and I wrote that page. And I've read 3 times my lesson and listened 3 times.
Okay. Thank you. And let's see, Chris.
Sorry about that. I'm traveling. I'm currently in the Eastern Cape, and Sam, as I said in my email, I might have to just bail out at about 5 South African time. I have a plane to catch back to Johannesburg.
Okay.
But I listened 4 times. I read 2 times. I spent a lot of time on the road this last week, so I had a lot of time to listen. Unfortunately, I downloaded it onto my laptop, so I had the laptop in the car instead of the cell phone, but it worked perfectly. It's absolutely no problem. From a goal perspective, we met with Small and International, was been very, very well, and we're in the process of setting up the showcase program. They would like to select within their various business units the candidates, and we'll finalize that in the coming week. We successfully facilitated the Jaguar Land Rover 2 major branches and have since finished another 3. Physio going well, and the development goal is a brilliant book called Ethics, the Leadership Edge, which I'll finish on the plane going back this afternoon. Gave myself a 9 out of 10. Okay.
Okay. Now, since you're there and you're going to have to leave at some point, I'm going to ask you, and you answered some of these already, but what was your most important idea that you got out of the lesson, and how did or will you use that idea?
Up to starting the lesson and and having received my time planner somewhat late, quite frankly, I just saw it as a very, very nice and sophisticated and rather advanced diary, if you like, which is not. And having done the lesson, this is lesson 4, and understanding what the My Time personal success planner entails, means, and how we need to work it, and how it assists in these various programs that we offer within LMI. It's an integral tool, and it assists us in delivering it, because with me I have my master list of goals, my wheel of life, my progress is there. I have my important messages. I have my imperatives written down. So the whole layout, it's a pity I'm not left-handed, because the left-hand page is difficult to write from a right-handed perspective. But it really, I'm getting to know the full use of this document, of this book, this tool that I have with me all the time, understanding it, and that really it changed my whole perception from a diary, if you like, to a real aid to all our programs that we offer.
Okay, good. Yep. Slowly but surely, you just incorporate more and more and more of it. And the more you do, the more you realize how powerful that tool can be. Okay, Frederick, your turn.
Okay, to me, the most valuable idea are the 6 top high payoff activities for a representative: planning and organizing, prospecting, scheduling interviews, face-to-face interviews, customer service, and self-development. I will apply this idea in the planning of my time. I have a good idea where to invest the time, and what are the most important things to do. I plan to hire an employee in few weeks. I will delegate certain task about accountant, and I will invest my time to the 6 top high payoff activities.
Okay, and how much time do you invest in those top 6 high payoff activities on a day-to-day basis right now?
Right now, I neglect the prospecting task. I'm too busy to serve the customer, to do the accountability. I don't know if it's the good term. I invest a lot of time in my self-development with the sales course, plus an LMI program on leadership. I neglect meeting with the clients. Maybe 50% of that high payoff activities I'm doing presently. Maybe 50% of my time.
Okay. Now, during that 50% of your time, how many appointments would you say you do?
How many?
Yep.
Can you repeat the question?
How many sales interviews do you do on an average day?
Well, presently, with LMI, I didn't realize sale yet. I neglect that point. I don't do enough effort to invest on the client, but I will correct that situation in the few weeks. And this course, that sales course, is great to me, to help me to be a better salesman.
Okay, cool. And how'd you score yourself?
Maybe 4 or 5, because I have a lot of action to do to correct my actual situation.
Okay, well, you said 4 or 5. I'm going to give you a 5 because the glass is half full.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Jeremy, you're up.
So I am going to give myself a 5 overall. I read it 4 times. There's things that I was supposed to have been doing that I already talked about that I didn't get done, so I was a little disappointed in that. The thing that I got out of it that was kind of the most interesting was scheduling a monthly workshop. Similar to last week, the most interesting thing was having a scheduled time for the executive showcase. This one is even more like easy entry. So in the past, anytime I would talk to a client, it was about doing multiple programs. And now I have other tools I can use to let them sample and get more people in. So I like that idea.
Ah, okay. Do you have one scheduled?
I have not yet. I am going to look and try and schedule one for September.
Okay. You're going to try it to schedule one?
I'm going to schedule one in September.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And the interesting thing about it is so many people are so familiar with workshops. For some reason, everybody's looking for a quick fix, and they get into a workshop, and you can go through and you could really help them in the workshop. But the workshop in and of itself isn't going to do what the program does, but it gives you a great opportunity to lead them in to the next step, which is the program to help them to develop the attitudes and the habits required to make the My Time really work for them. So, okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, keep me posted on that.
Well,
All right, and Kaylee.
I listened 3 times, read 5 times. I quite enjoyed the section, although I do not use the My Time planner. And I know I really should, but I'm very stuck in my ways. I learned a very long time ago how to manage my time incredibly well, and it is something that I am very proud of my ability to do. I do work full-time running a business and study full-time as well, so time management is something that I'm quite good at. So the My Time is always like, oh, it's too difficult. It's a whole nother thing to now have to learn how to use. And but I will take steps to actually implement it. I know, Sam, you mentioned that it might be going digital, which would be wonderful. I think that might push me to actually use it.
It
So
actually
yeah,
is
I know
digital.
I will. Is digital. Okay, well, we don't have access to the digital one here, so I don't know if that's maybe something I need to look into with Greg. I don't know if it is available to everyone or not.
Well, it's available. It works with Google. What is it now? Google Calendar and Outlook, and they just added Microsoft 360 to the mix, so it works with that. So if you use any of those items on your phones and whatever, it automatically will propagate into the My Time system. But it's basically created for tablets. Um, and they're working on having it on a computer in and of itself and the integration. But it is available, so you may want to check into that. The only thing I do want to mention about the My Time is if it's a tool you're going to use with your clients, they are more apt to do what you do than what you say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, okay. Now, with all that in mind, how'd you score yourself?
I scored myself a 7 out of 10
Okay.
this week. I feel good about the amount of effort that I put in. Really enjoyed doing the personal mission and all of that as well.
Cool. Good. All right. So that brings us to Nella.
Yes, I read 4 times and listened twice. The most important idea was to concentrate on your strengths instead of your weaknesses, on your powers instead of your problems. And I will apply it by focusing on my strengths and my powers. And I scored myself an 8.
An 8. So how are you
Yeah.
going to focus on those?
Well, usually I tend to focus on what I do wrong. Now I'm going to focus on the things I do right.
Okay. Do you have a list of all the things you do right?
Well, I have to make one. I don't have one now.
Okay. And when are you going to make that?
For next week, I'll have to list.
Okay. Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sean. Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm here.
Yeah. You gave me the 4,
Uh,
3, and the 7, but you didn't give me your best idea.
all right. So yeah, read 3 times, listened 4, score myself a 7. Like Frederick, mine was the 6 top high payoff activities of an LMI representative. I mean, I was aware of them, and maybe I was doing them, but more sporadically. And I think for me, I want to apply them by being more deliberate and more conscious about doing them. I mean, the prospecting, for example, I'm already starting to pick up trends. I only prospect Tuesday to Thursday, 10 till 12:30. I'm more successful during those times. Mondays and Fridays, no one wants to hear a cold call. I'm focusing more on my face-to-face interviews, my scheduling. So being more conscious about these 6 top payoff activities is my focus for the coming week.
Okay. How much time do you focus on your high payoff activities?
I mean, I think I've given about 80%. The past month, I've really dedicated a lot of time. As I say, in terms of my prospecting, I've got dedicated times that I've booked out, 10 till 12:30 every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I then book my appointments to make sure that they align to the next 2 days. So that I've got at least 10 appointments per week. I only managed 8 in the past week, but I'm always aspiring for 10 appointments each week. So I think I'd call it 80%. I think it's about honing in on the skill now and refining it, and mastering the prospecting process to ensure that I can exceed that 10 interviews to be able to enable me to reach my targets.
Cool. Good. Really good. Okay. Thank you. Shanades.
Yes, I have read and listened 3 times. The most valuable idea I learned was when using your planning system, always ask, will this activity move me closer to my mission in life? I will apply this by creating a GPS and SMART goals. How I scored myself a 6.5. Why? Because this lesson, I needed to really think about some things that I never thought about. So I needed also help from Roxana because my mind didn't go so far ever in life. So it was a very challenging lesson for me and also an eye-opener.
Good. That's great. I love to hear that when people say things like that. And the one quote that I remember hearing that I memorized is, in what you're doing right now, is it moving you closer to or further from your goals?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was very close, just about what you said. So that's
Yeah.
good that you picked up on that. And then that's something that you could write down in your my time and ask yourself periodically,
Mm-hmm.
is this activity moving me closer? So good.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we caught everybody going through that. So we're going to move to the next thing is, how do you plan to use your my time? Anybody just want to jump in there and state that? It was one of the questions you had.
Well, I'm working with my time planner at work and in my personal life. Um, in my personal life, I use it to set short-term and long-term goals, and also personal appointments and reminders. And at work, I use it to prioritize my work, and also I get a clear view when I need to follow up or complete several things.
Okay, cool, good. Anybody else? Not a whole lot of volunteering today. Okay, well, then what we're going to do is, somebody there wanted to add something? No?
Yeah, I was just going to add to say, for me, I mean, from a personal perspective, I think having the personal mission and goals always at your disposal, make sort of it crystallizes them, because you can constantly engage your personal mission. You can constantly engage your goal planning sheets. It's always there with you. It makes it real, puts it top of mind, and also from a business perspective, I think it helps me keep track and concentrate on the tasks that I need to complete daily, and that's how you avoid the distraction and all the noise that is around you.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. And the other quote is, when you're up to your butt in alligators, it's hard to remember that you're there to drain the swamp. So good. Thank you. All right. Looking at the other item that was there was talking about your personal mission statement. You had your personal values rating, and I'm going to ask everybody to share with me the top 3 values that they selected, and what is your basic purpose in life, and what do you want to be remembered for? So just looking at those items, go ahead and report on those. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top. Chris already left, so Frederick, you're up.
Okay, my 3 personal values, my top 3 are trust, respect, and achievement. My basic purpose in life, it's to help the others to reach their goals, to reach their full potential. And what do you want to remember for? I'm good to encourage people to do something to change. The most important thing to me is to be on movement. It's the action to achieve a goal, to do something for the people. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Jeremy.
My were adaptivity and honesty. My basic purpose is people to have successful, and I want for embracing life to its full and always staying curious and interested in learning new things.
Okay, now what I caught was on your top 3 values was activity, honesty, and what was the other one?
Adventure, creativity, and honesty.
Adventure, creativity. Adventure. Okay. As you can see, everybody has something a little bit different. but yet we're all in the same industry, in the same business. And I don't know if there's a right or a wrong. I can't say that because I don't know if there really is. It's just what is, and knowing yourself is probably one of the most important things that you can do. So, Kaylee, you're up.
Okay, mine's slightly different or totally different. My top 3 values, personal values, is achievement, intellectual status, and personal growth. My whole life revolves around learning more and just doing one qualification after the next, because that to me is incredibly valuable. So I wasn't surprised by those values. My basic purpose in life, I have an intense interest in mental health, psychology, particularly psychopathology. So my basic purpose in life is to help people who battle with mental health issues, remove stigma surrounding mental health. And what do I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for making meaningful contributions in the field of psychology.
Okay, good. I have to smirk on this, not really smirk. Let me see, how can I put this? I had a client that I was working with that during one of our meetings came up to me and said, my psychologist wants to meet you. And I said, okay, and why is that? And he said, because you always seem to be one step ahead of him in what you're doing with the programs. And this person actually ended up, when he had somebody that was challenged in life because they really weren't sure what they wanted, whatever it was, he would say, okay, and he would give him my card and say, go through this person's personal leadership program. It'll help you figure out what your goals are in life and give you some meaning and purpose. So, and every once in a while I had somebody
that's amazing.
Oh yeah, it was like, wow, I was super surprised. But basically his belief was that what we do really does a lot to help a person figure out why they even exist. Why are they here? What do they want? Gives them a reason to live. How's that? So,
yeah.
Anyways, I thought I'd just share that because when you were mentioning that brought that to mind.
Yeah, thank you. That's very interesting.
Yeah, cool. Okay, Nella, you're next.
Yes, my top 3 values are family, friendship, and spiritual growth. My basic purpose is to help others, especially people who are in need. And I want to be remembered as someone who helped a lot of people.
Okay, cool, good. Sean.
All right. My top 3 values are family, health, and prosperity. I'm a big family man. I've got 4 children, all girls. And my basic purpose in life is to be a dream converter. Turning possibilities into realities. What I want to be remembered for is my sincere love for my family and the dreams that I've enabled in my community.
Okay. Do you have that on your business card?
No, not yet.
Dream converter?
Not yet. It's something I learned last week in Merlin's session, so it's something I'm definitely going to add. I've taken it to heart.
Cool. All right. Shanadis.
Yes. My top 3 personal value rating are appearance, respect, and honesty. What is my basic purpose in life? I want to help other people, especially single mothers, being happy. And I want to be remembered that I love to laugh because I don't socialize that well. So, and I heard that I always have an angry face. So I want to be remembered by my laughter.
Oh, okay. Interesting. The most important thing you can do to improve your appearance is smile.
Yeah, and appearance is something that is very important to me. You know, you have to be, it's not like you need to have a lot of makeup, but you need to be well presented and have a smile if you come into the office looking like, yeah, so that is it.
Yeah, a smile is infectious. It's something. And how can I put it? I told my wife that what attracted me to her immediately the first time I saw her was her smile. And it made me
Yeah,
want to go over and talk with her because it just was like attractive. Just so cool, good. Keep
thank
smiling.
you. I will.
Okay. The next thing that you had was your mission, and the question was, my mission is to, and then so I like you to share what you wrote down for your mission, and then where did you put it? So, Shanadis, you're up.
What do you mean? Where did I put it? Like,
Well, you wrote your mission out, correct?
yeah, uh-huh.
Where'd you put it?
I have it in my long-term goals.
Okay,
So I write it down in the personal mission worksheet, and it is my life mission is to help other mothers with their relationships, to bring hope and guidance, structure, knowledge in their life as a mother. I will help them grow and create stronger relationships with their son/daughter.
cool. All right. Do you have that in your my time?
Is that a trick question?
Yes.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Well, I spoke to Roxana yesterday and she said you really need to work on this. And she said Sam also told you to work on this. So I will definitely start a GPS and do some um, learning about how to reach my goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she mentioned that I'm like, I told her like, but there's an organization likewise or semi-similar to what I want to do. And she said, you don't need to think about that. You just need to work on your GP and you will get there.
Okay. Yeah.
I will do.
All right. Do you have a visualization board?
I have,
Cool.
but that is not on my visualization board. I
No,
don't have it.
no, it's not.
No,
Should it be?
I think that is a trick question again, but yes, it
Oh
should
yeah.
be.
I'm good at those, aren't I?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Cool.
will, I will, I will do that then today.
All right. Good. All right. Let's see. Next is Sean.
Yep. Likewise, mine is in my time book. In fact, I've got it quite in a number of places around the house, in the office, in my car. It's something that I keep close to me. So my life or my life mission statement is to be the best version of myself in everything that I do and to everyone that I serve. To constantly develop myself to be the best husband to my wife, the best father to my daughters, the best leader in my business, and the best man in good standing with my community.
Okay. Good. Cool. Good. Right on top of it. Nella, you're next.
My life mission is to contribute to the happiness of the people around me. I want to be remembered for the love and support I gave to others. And while I wrote it down on a piece of paper, I don't have it in my time planner. But what I want to do is put it on a bigger paper and hang it up somewhere in my office.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Kaylee.
My life mission is to remove the stigma surrounding mental health by helping those who need it and by breeding compassion in others. I want to be remembered for making meaningful contributions in the field of psychology. I haven't put this anywhere yet because I'm not 100% happy with the wording of it. I need to change a few things and get a bit more feeling into it. And once that's done, it will 100% be up on my vision board. And then I will also put it in the My Time Planner.
Okay. All right. I'll just let you know it may never be perfect.
Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't feel strong enough to me. I need to make it a bit more, give it a bit more oomph.
Okay. All right. Jeremy.
I started working on my mission statement about 20 years ago, so I've had a lot of time to boil it down to its essence. It is to have fun, be the best I can be, and make the world a better place. I have a weekly planning spreadsheet, so every Monday morning I figure out what I want to get done in my different roles for the week, and the mission statement is on there, so I at least look at it once a week.
Good. Cool. All right. And Frederick.
My mission statement is to help people to take action to reach their goals, to tend toward their full potential. Where I put it, until now, I put it in the feedback form, but I'm planning to put on the wall in front of my desk to have this sentence to see that sentence.
Okay. Now, in your plan, do you have a target date?
Okay, it will be a 7-day goal. So I will do it in the next week, before the next Tuesday.
Okay. Cool. Good. All right. Let me see if I can find. There it is. Okay. Next, application and action. Well, actually, are there any questions or any comments on any of the assignments up to this point? All right. If not, then our assignments going forward is prospecting. And the items there are going to be 7 tips for good prospecting, characteristics of an LMI prospect, setting up the LMI prospecting system. And here I want to look at, it's going to give you a basic tickler system, for those of you who know what that is. If not, you will. And it's a physical paper-based tickler system, which still works. And if you could learn the physical prospecting system, you could computerize it. Now, one of the things that I've learned with people who computerize a lot of this stuff is if you're not good at keeping up and maintaining your computerized system, things can get lost very quickly and out of sight, out of mind. So you may want to look at a cross between the two of them. Whatever you need to do to get it to work, you get it to work. But the one that it's going to be explained in the program itself is basically going to be a card-based system. So setting up your LMI prospecting system, then it's going to talk about classifying prospects, and that's something that Sean has been doing a lot of. Qualifying your prospects, and there's a difference between classifying and qualifying, and then your sources of prospects. Also, it's going to talk about the daily call organizer. So this week, you're going to go through lesson 5, prospecting, read, highlight, make notes, complete the feedback sheet online, complete your 7-day goals, review the additional forms at the end of the lesson. And this week, you're going to listen to Prospecting Your Way to Millions by Paul Meyer. So not only do you have the written and recorded material from the lesson itself, but there's going to be the additional recording, which is Prospecting Your Way to Millions, which was another speech by Paul Meyer given live at one of the conferences, but he does a great job at doing it. And then complete any remaining items from any of the past lessons. So, looking at your 7-day SMART goals, and a lot of those are going to be based upon our conversations today. Frederick, what do you got?
Okay, my personal goal would be to do 3 activities with my daughters. My development goals is to activate my plan of action to improve English. And another development goal is to put my mission statement on my wall. And my business goal is to do a plan of action for my new office, and to hire a new employee.
Okay. You're going to have a busy week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better use your my time because in order to get all that done.
Yes.
Okay. Jeremy.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yes. For business, I am going to continue to ask for 1 referral a day, including weekends. For personal, I am taking my daughter down to West Virginia. It's about an 8-hour drive, and spending the weekend with some other parents. So I just want to spend a lot of quality time with her, having conversations that we wouldn't normally get to have. And I do want to finish my blog and get it reviewed by 2 other people.
Okay. So is that your daughter going to Virginia for college?
Nope. We're just going for a weekend trip together.
Oh, okay.
Meet families.
Oh, all right. Wasn't sure. I thought I'd ask. Okay,
Yep.
Thank you. And let's see. Next up is Kaylee.
My developmental goal is the same as always, 5 new words, 1 new sentence. My personal goal is to complete an assignment that I have due for university at the end of the month. I want to complete it this week. And business goals is to use the My Time Planner for this whole week. There is a public holiday in the middle of the week, which is going to be very distracting. And we're having family visiting as well. So I think I'm going to push that one for this week and next week, using the My Time every single day.
Okay, cool, good. And let's see. Next is Nella.
Yes, my development goal is to read 1 more article on how to improve my writing skills. My personal goal is to drink 6 glasses of water, so I'm going to try that out. And
How many glasses?
I'm going to try to reach 6 daily.
You're going to try.
Yeah, well, I have been able to reach 5, but I want to challenge myself and try to reach 6.
Okay, and your business?
And my business goal is, well, I have another personal goal, just to write the list of strings. And my business goal is to watch the 3rd and 4th video of the inbound sales course.
Okay. Okay, now on your goal for reading an article, I'm going to ask you to expand that and write, not only read the article, but write what you're going to implement based upon what you've learned from reading the article.
Okay.
Okay, because you could read the article and still never make any changes. So what we're looking at is, okay,
Yeah, well, I make notes of what's most important, what I find the most important in the article. And well, when I write a letter, I'm going to apply those things.
okay. All right, good. And let's see, Sean?
All right, so I've done stage 1 of classifying my prospects. So this week I'm going to be qualifying my 1,700 prospects, as well as still aim to achieve those 5 prospects for the executive showcase, which is coming up in the next month and a half. Development goal is starting the Grand Masters of Success program with Greg. And it's really slipped me because it's the one program I've not done, and it's actually one of the programs that is in quite demand right now.
And what program
so I'm
is
starting
that?
that with Grand Masters of Success.
Oh, the Grandmasters. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. So I'm starting that program with Greg. And then from my personal perspective, it's Women's Month in South Africa. Tomorrow is Women's Day. So spend some quality time with my wife to celebrate Women's Day, and then continue with my run, bike, and weight training 4 times a week.
Okay, it's going to take me a second to write this down. Okay, got it. And Shanades.
Okay, for next week, I will look online how to improve my reading and writing skills. That will be my development goal. For my personal goal, I want to call this week Inspirational Week, because I will look for everything like a quote, a video, a music to get me in the zone. And also for my business goal, I will watch the second video of the sales software course of HubSpot, and that is email template.
Okay, actually, I've already watched that one. Okay.
Oh.
Well, somebody sent me the link to Hotspot, so I got in there. And
yeah.
One evening, I said, okay, let me see what this is about. And it's pretty cool. So there's some good stuff there. Okay, now it's same thing with you as I did with Nella, and that is on your development goal. Make sure that you're looking at application as well as information on your reading and writing skills.
Application and application.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. So, good quick class. A lot of good things people are doing. So we're moving forward and making progress. Remember to focus on your win-win goals. Now, here's our closing thought for today, and that is 100% of the things you do not start will ever be completed. And that is so true. With that in mind, I want everybody to have a great week. Next week, I'm going to be on vacation, but I'm still going to be doing my classes. I'm just going to be doing them from the field, or not from the field, from where I'm going to be. So I'm looking forward to it. And everybody have a great week, and catch you next week, same time, same station. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, Sam. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Stay blessed.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, man.